Okay guys, today I want to cover 19 budget-friendly camping and overlanding items that we personally take with us on every trip and that we personally use.
Did you say budget-friendly?
Yeah, we're talking about things that are under $100 each, and we think it's stuff that will add value to your journeys. And I know your time is valuable. So we're going to cover these 19 items in less than 15 minutes. Let's go. First, here we have my trusty headlamp. This thing has survived over 5 years of wildland firefighting. If you can imagine 5 years of wildland firefighting, it's use and abuse and getting straight beat up with no F's given because you gotta get the job done. My helmet's been torn off, this thing has been ripped apart several times, and I just keep putting it back together and it works. The battery life is excellent. So this light has several settings. You have like a straight beam, then you have a wide beam, you have a red light, and then you can also lock it. Second, we have these cascade lantern lights. They're pretty incredible. They pull up like this, you toggle the button on, you can push them back down, pull them up, you toggle the button 3 times, turn them off. They have a hook here at the bottom. They work well in tents. This top part folds up. We love them because the batteries in them will last multiple days. That brings me up to my next point. Third, spare batteries. We always keep a case or 2 on hand. Batteries seem to be very valuable out in the trail, and they work for a lot of different equipment that we have. Fourth, one of the next favorite things, wait a minute, let's do this different. Close, let's try that one more time. These are the Sialoom brand glow sticks or snap lights. They're the same ones that we used in the military when I was in. I believe these are the 8-hour ones. And I love them just because I can snap a stick, throw it on the ground and say, hey, take a look at the glow stick, pick it up on your way in, please. All right, next. Fifth, this chair has to be one of the coolest parts of our gear out because I'm from the generation where your chair is kind of like this big bulky thing that is really tall and folds up and is still huge, and then fitting it somewhere is nearly impossible because it's just so awkwardly shaped and it doesn't fold down and it always pinches something. But these things are super sick and they're so slick. These things are so slick. It's folded up, it's about the size of my arm to elbow. We found this works perfectly for our small space. It deploys in less than 30 seconds. It's extremely comfortable and the kids just love to sit in them. But the price point for these chairs is kind of expensive. If you buy 2, you actually get a deal. I think we paid about $160 for 2. So right around $80 a piece. We've had these click chairs for about 3 months now and they just work. Sixth, these are our Midland X-Talker 2-way radios. They have served us very well. Be like, hey, what's up? Hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm in the camper. What are you doing? Oh, cool. I'm just chilling by the fire cooking s'mores. You have s'mores? Yeah, I have s'mores. I love s'mores. I know, they're delicious. Yeah, I made one for you too. Come on out. I'll be right there. Okay, cool. My s'more's super delicious. How's yours? It's great. You need mobile radios. The point is, mobile radios are awesome. They're extremely useful. These are GMRS, so the ones I'm leaving a link down below are just the next generation of what these are, and they have great power. They have a 36-mile range. They're 5-watt radios and we use them nearly every time we go out. 7, so for base radios, we currently have the Midland MXT115. It's a 15-watt radio and it's a base radio that's hardwired into the truck with 3 dB gain ghost boost antenna. It's hard to recommend it in this video because it's technically over $100, but it's well worth the investment, especially when you start talking from a 2-way radio to a base station. We love it and we use it nearly every single time we go out. 8th, this right here is my little secret. Well, let me preface this. I'm not big on nerding out with knives or guns or random equipment that I don't actually use. So this is one piece of equipment that I will carry on me nearly every single day. It's a Leatherman Skeletal and it's my everyday carry. It has a knife, it has a flat screwdriver, both sizes, the small and the large. And then on the other side, we can poke out the Phillips. You have a number 2 and a number 1 size Phillips. They also have wire cutters. I was recently on a fire and I did cut some barbed wire in kind of an emergency situation for a dozer. These cut all 4 lines of double wrap barbed wire. So I bought this one about 8 years ago. It still looks brand new. Blade is just as sharp as ever. It's extremely easy to keep sharp, but this is it, man. This is my everyday, everywhere kind of a knife. It's done everything that I've asked it to do. Plus the Leatherman provides a 25-year warranty on this product. Kudos to you, Leatherman, on building a quality product that you stand behind. 9. Next up, we have the Night Eyes Cam Jam. These things are pretty awesome. They're constructed out of aluminum. They come with, like a 12-foot, 16-foot length of P-cord, which is cool. They're great because they have a 280-pound load rating, and they work great for tying stuff down to the roof. They work great for a laundry line, anything that I need done in a quick pinch where I need to tie some things down, and it's just a high-quality rope tensioner. We've used and abused these things for over a year. They're still chugging along. 10th. Next up, we have spare 550 cord. Since we have the cam jams, sometimes you need a longer cord. So we have 2 rolls of 50 foot. So whatever I'm anchoring, I can just cut the right length, and there you go. Cam jams, extra P cord, lifesaver. 11. So we recently just got turned on to these things. They're called Shower Pouch, or the brand is Shower Pouch. They're called Shower Pouch. I'm not quite sure. They're pretty amazing. We don't always want to shower when we're out overlanding or camping for the night, but we try to stay as clean as we possibly can. There's limitations on our water supply. We went with the unscented ones because they're gentle enough for our kids' skin, and they still kill bacteria, and they make us smell good. They're kind of expensive, but well worth the investment when it comes to getting clean. 12th. Now let's talk in case of an emergency. Let's say you're out, you've hiked something, and it's really late, and now you're freezing and you don't feel like making food, but you've got just enough energy to boil some water. These come in handy like gangbusters. These are mountain houses. We keep about 12 of them on hand. One of these says it's 2 servings per container. It's more than enough for the kids to chow down. The 2 best flavors in our opinion are the granola with blueberries and the beef stroganoff with noodles. You can't go wrong with either of those. 13. Next up, we have our jet boil, the sumo size. And yes, this one is over $100, but we can find the smaller jet boils for less than $100. We went the sumo size because we are a family of 4, so we just have extra warm water needs. It's a standard jet boil. It takes about 2 minutes to make water boil in this big sumo. What can you say? It's a jet boil, it works, and it's never not worked. 14th. So we've got boiling water covered, and we've got what to eat covered. Now we need to know, how can we get water in an emergency situation? The best way for us to get water in an emergency situation is going to be the Sawyer squeeze straw. This is a full kit that it comes with. We've used it a couple times just to test it out. We've never actually needed it in an emergency. We know it actually works because we have used it before. In this kit, there's 3 pouches, so all you got to do is fill up this pouch with any water. You squeeze it through this filter into your water container, and now you've got completely clean water to drink. Simple. So now you can make water, you can boil water, and now you can eat some food in an emergency situation. 15. Let's get to the relaxing part of camp, right? This is something I used to do a lot before we had kids and got into a 4-wheel camper, which is hammock camping. Throw out a hammock, put a sleeping bag in it, and crash for the night. Super comfortable, very reliable, extremely easy to set up. You could wedge it between your door and a tree. I mean, what else can you say about a hammock besides they're amazing and you need one? 16th. Next up, I have my trusty Eureka sleeping bag. Now, this is not necessarily the cheapest sleeping bag out there, but it's a great option because it's fully synthetic and they're extremely easy to keep clean. They don't seem to hold moisture. If you were to go with the flannel ones and you sweat in it, or it gets damp or wet, it's going to want to hold on to that moisture for a long time, where these will take an hour or 2 to dry out completely. This is a 30-degree bag. I've slept in this bag at about 20 degrees before. It was enough to keep me alive. It wasn't comfortable, but it was enough to keep me alive. It's a great pair to go with the hammock to stay cuddly and snuggly all night long. 17th. My favorite overlanding camping blanket. It is a down under blanket, and it's basically like a picnic style. It has this synthetic side and then it has a fleece on the other side. It's really snuggly and comfy. Well, it stops moisture from getting through to the soft side, and it's extremely comfortable. We all love it. It's just one of those things that will continue to be with us. 18th. The Anchor. This is an Anchor 4-port quick charge with IQ charge, and it's something that we keep continually plugged in to the truck, and we loved it so much we bought a second for our 12-volt outlet in the camper. 19th. Nearly last, but definitely not least, we have this Frog Tog poncho. Now we know that ponchos come in many different values, and this one is in the $20 range. I found that these Frog Togs work really, really well for multiple uses without being overly priced and being a real rain jacket. Check this out. Yep, we're ready to party. Let's go get wet. These Frog Togs are definitely big enough for me, and I'm 6 foot and about 220 pounds. Very comfortable, definitely a reusable product. It's only about 20 bucks and it's gonna keep you completely dry for multiple uses while you're out there. And including this poncho, we also have ponchos for the kids. Yep, this is the kids' poncho right here. And this thing is perfect. When it's downpouring and we have to be outside, these work excellent for the kids. We found that these are a lot thicker than some of the cheaper ones that we bought, and it was about 10 bucks for a 5-pack. All right, guys, that wraps it up. Thanks for joining me today. Holla at you later.